All right, let's dive into the world of college football. And as the college football on ABC theme plays, that is going to be a theme here throughout the pick'ems this week. And we will start where College Game Day hails from this weekend. Western Pennsylvania. It's number 9, Notre Dame. They are 7-2, and 11.5-point favorite on the road at number 22, Pitt, who is 7-2 as well. This one noon on ABC. Your over under, Sean, is 55.5.
Man, I hate that College Game Day's there. Tells them it's going to be real important. I don't want it to be important. It's just business as usual. Go get them. 11.5 is a big number, but I don't know how much I believe in Pitt at 7-2. I mean, I think both teams are gonna score. I'll take the over at 55.5. I'm just looking at that 11.5. What the heck? We got to keep making statements. We got past my scariest one. This is the next scariest one. Give me Notre Dame, not by a this isn't 30 that I was an impossible touchable number. I think Notre Dame can win this by 2 touchdowns. I'll take them.
Yeah, I think Navy was the scariest one. As I think Mike Golick Jr. put it on Twitter. For those of us that lived through the 2010s, it's refreshing to see a Notre Dame team put Navy away early again. Because there was a lot of years where either A, it came down to the end, or B, we actually lost, which was something that I still never had thought I would see, but we saw way too many times in our lifetime. Looking at Pitt's schedule, they started the year wins over Duquesne and Central Michigan. They then lost to West Virginia and Louisville. They've rattled off 5 straight over Boston College, Florida State, Syracuse, NC State, and Stanford. So some similar names that we've seen on our schedule. But close games against Florida State, kind of a close-ish game against Stanford 2 weeks ago. They've had time to prepare, but I just when the calendar turns to November, there's been so much time in our life as Notre Dame fans where things started to fall apart. Right. Under Marcus Freeman, it's kind of been the opposite. He seems to thrive in these challenging months. So as we did last year, as we've had to do again this year, I put my faith in Marcus Freeman and his coaching staff. Weather looks fine for Saturday. There's no worries about that. So I like Notre Dame.
I like when a team is back against the wall, and it's kind of where we're at.
Yeah, so and just scrap out of the corner. I like this mentality. Defense has been playing great. Offense seemed to have woken up. So I think we're back to playing where we want to be on both sides of the ball. I think we get the job done. I'm like you, Sean. I'm going to take Notre Dame to even cover that 11.5, and I will also take the over because I think there is going to be points scored in this game. Devin has Notre Dame and the over as well. Staying on ABC, we move to 3:30 Eastern time. It is number 11 Oklahoma. They are 7-2. They travel to number 4 Alabama, who is 8-1, a 6-point home favorite for that team.
Alabama.
And 45.5 is your over/under on this one, Sean.
Oklahoma just keeps creeping into these games. They've played a lot of ranked opponents. These picks always have Oklahoma in them. Oklahoma at times has had me worried about them, and I haven't picked them. And other times I'm completely sold on them. But the one thing I've been sold on, whether or not we think they're the 4th best team in the country or not, is Alabama is back. Much like Michigan being back, being good for college football. I think when Alabama's up at the top, I don't want to see them win a national championship or anything, but I definitely enjoy that. I think Oklahoma may keep this close for a while, but I think push comes to shove in Alabama. I'm going to take the Tide to pull away. I'm going to say roll Tide. I'm going to say roll Tide. Take the 6 points, way over that. 45.5. That feels low. So with my gut, I'm going to go over, but I think there's probably a reason it's 45.5. I just don't know what it is.
Yeah,
Makes me uncomfortable.
Okay, yeah. Devin has Alabama in the over. Oklahoma just keeps lingering around, and they at times have flashed brilliance, and Mateer looked really good early, and they look like a team that was going to really challenge for the SEC title, and then Mateer got hurt, and they didn't put it all back together, and they haven't totally got it going yet. And I hate it. I hate it because I don't, it's flashbacks of too many years where we've seen this team near the top. But I think the Tide are just too good in this one, and you're going to start to see at this point of the season, you're going to start to see some of these teams that have lingered around because of their name or because they beat the right team at a certain point of the year. I think Oklahoma lingering it here has helped Texas's ranking.
Well, they've been testing their luck, and they're just like creeping by in close games. Yeah,
everybody's just kind of lingering, and I think that ends this week. I will take a slight over because I think Alabama actually really slowed down that Oklahoma offense, and I will take Alabama to cover.
Alabama.
We move our only game outside of ABC. So if you are still embroiled in the YouTube TV Disney battle, good luck seeing most of these games. But we move to the Big Ten Network, 3:30 Eastern time. It is number 21 Iowa. They travel. They are 6-3, and they travel to the Coliseum to number 17 USC, who is 7-2, a 6.5 point home favorite. You're over under on this one, Sean, 49.5.
Yeah, I mean, Iowa's kind of got a feel-good story going right now, and a strong surge here late in the year with some like we pointed out earlier, like a signature win or two to kind of hang their hat on. I think they're a team that needs to limit your scoring. I think they're a team that needs to. I don't want to say get caught in a low-scoring game, but I just don't know that they have the offensive firepower to keep up with some of these high octane teams. And unfortunately, I think in this scenario, I think they're up against one. I don't think USC is one of the best offenses in the country by any means, but when I've watched them play, there's a lot of speed there. We know they're willing to use trickery and potential cheating to win, even in small games, as I pointed out earlier. I just, it's another one of those teams. I think USC is trying to get into that tournament, and I think with 2 losses, if they can get another strong win or two here, I think that they could push depending who loses. And it's one of those teams, like I said, that college football is better when they're good, and I think they are. Give me USC to cover 6.5 points at 49.5. I'm gonna take a slight under, even though I just talked about how much I like USC's offense. I'm not sure Iowa's going to keep up in this one, and I think their defense may limit USC a bit.
So an interesting thing with Iowa being 6-3, they've won easily against the likes of U of Albany, UMass, Rutgers, Wisconsin, and Minnesota. They struggled out a win against Penn State. Their 3 losses to number 16 Iowa State, then number 11, now number 2 Indiana, and then number 9, and now number 8 Oregon. The interesting thing in those 3 losses, playing the 3 teams better than them, the scores in those games were 16-13, 20-15, and 18-16. Mm-hmm. When Iowa needs to step up to the plate, their defense answers the call. Their offense does not answer the call.
No.
But they answered enough to keep it close. And maybe that's more of a product of the defense. So I am taking Iowa to cover the 6.5, and I will take the under because that's what Iowa does in these games, right? Like
Nothing is over.
USC will win, but it will look less than impressive, and it will be closer than it should be. Iowa will keep it close, but they will fall. Devin, much like me, he has Iowa in the under. I think he's going with the same logic there. And then last one, let's go back to the ABC network. It is 7:30 Eastern time in the SEC. Number 10 Texas. They are 7-2. They travel to number 5 Georgia between the hedges, 8-1. They are a 6-point home favorite. Your over/under is 48.5.
All right, so 48.5. I was all about the over until I was like reassessing who's in this game. No, give me the over 48.5. I'll go with my gut there. I know you are already leading one way based on some previous sentences uttered on the show. I love Georgia. I know how hard that place is to play. And Georgia has been kind of the cream of the crop. Now Alabama may be it. Who knows? But I've got a sneaky feeling.
Alabama!
I've got a sneaky feeling that Texas isn't going away. That Texas is going to just be another SEC team muddling this tournament and just hanging around. We're just going to fill it up with more SEC. Arch Manning's not going away. Plus, I had him at the end of my tournament at the beginning of the season, so I need him to be there. I like Texas at the very least to cover that 6 points. But I think there is a chance that they just come in there and they sneak one out, and then both teams are just still in.
All right.
So yeah, Matt, I'm with you. I'm with you, McConaughey. Let's go Horns. We're gonna shock the world this week.
What's the thing? If Georgia wins, Texas is done. If Texas wins, both of them are still very much
alive. Yeah,
very much alive. So if you're tired of the SEC, you're rooting Bulldogs this week.
Yeah,
you're rooting Bulldogs and you're rooting for the Crimson Tide because that will effectively eliminate Texas and Oklahoma from the dance. Like that gets them out of it. Then you'll have to worry about Vanderbilt because they're going to keep lingering until if and when they lose. But that we'll deal with that at a later date. Devin has Georgia and the over. Look, Texas has had impressive wins over San Jose State, UTEP, and Sam Houston.
Hey, Sam Houston's a big guy. He
is. He's a very big man. I'll even give them Oklahoma. I'll give them Oklahoma. That was 23-6. They have had close wins against Kentucky and Mississippi State and Vanderbilt. They've lost to Florida and, of course, Ohio State. I guess it was early in the year. Arch Manning was still figuring it out. Offensive line was still figuring it out. I'm not saying Texas is a bad team. What I am saying is the media loves themselves some Mannings, okay? And the more they could try to sneak Arch Manning and another Manning. Remember, this is ESPN. ESPN, they run the show. They run the playoff ranking show. They own the rights to the playoff matchups, the games, the bowls. They have the Manning cast. You don't think they want to have a special Manning cast for a bowl game? Like everything they can do to try, they will. But the one thing they can't account for is on the field, 60 minutes, once the ball kicks off, Georgia is just that much better. Georgia covers, Georgia wins, and I will take the under because Texas won't score enough to get that score over. I think this just wipes Texas off the map and further solidifies who the power is in the SEC and who it is not. So that is where we will leave. Sorry, Matthew McConaughey. I need to find like a Georgia. There's got to be.
Yeah, there's got to be something. There's got about a bulldog, something about
sort of Georgia. I mean, just have to get a bulldog barking. I'll leave that down. Like a Georgia sound bite.
We need something, yeah, because Georgia's always here.
They're always around. I feel like I should get an Oklahoma, like the beginning of the Oklahoma song from the musical.
Yeah,
probably should be it.
Just Oklahoma, okay. I think that's it.
That's it. I don't think that's exactly how it goes.
That's kind of what they are. They're just okay.
They are usually just okay.
That's
which kudos to them. Most of us aren't that. So
who knew when they were abbreviating that state that they were just predicting the success of their largest college football team?
There it is.
That's awesome.
That's
well done, Oklahoma.
Well done.